G'day. So, I've been having a rather serious problem with the Tandem Island. It's had a leak. This hammer here has had a slow leak in it, and pretty much the whole time I've had it. May have had it when I first picked it up, and it doesn't make it unusable, but it does pose a bit of a problem because the hammer, as you're sailing slowly, floods. You know, a half-day sail, it's not a problem, but if you're out for too long, it starts becoming an issue. It gets heavy, it waterlogs, puts pressure on the system when it's heeled over, and it slows the boat down. If it floods too much, it could become a bit of a sea anchor, become a serious problem. So I've been attempting to fix it. Well, the problem with the leak first was finding the leak. I put an air compressor into the end of the hammer in the only opening that it has, and blew compressed air in it to try and find the leak. And it is in a really inconvenient spot. It's actually in one of the wells that the acca braces go into. So these acca braces go into the hammer, and it was in the rear one of those, right in the well where it's almost impossible to get to, such a narrow space. Just a minor crack in there. I found it by filling it up with water, and then found the exact spot that it was leaking. You can repair the plastic on these through plastic welding. Never done plastic welding before, so I had to learn how to do that. So I watched a bunch of videos, did a bit of practice, and then I attempted to repair it. Unfortunately, my repair did not work, so I had to go and find a professional plastic welder to try and fix it. And as I found pretty quickly, plastic welders are really expensive. And the other option I had was actually to buy another hammer, and they're very, very expensive, being Hobie parts. So yeah, eventually, after hunting around for a while, I came across Kevin. He's actually, as it turns out, a member of the sailing club that I'm a member of, Port Vincent Sailing Club, and races on one of the competing boats. And he's also been a plastic welder for his entire life. So I took the boat to him to see if he could fix it, and he took one look at it and said he may or may not be able to fix it. Didn't know, but he'll have a go. To actually fix it, he wanted to remove the entire well out of the hammer, so cut it out, fix it, and then weld it back in again. So I gave him the go-ahead to do that, which he did. He cut it out, and then he discovered that the actual well itself, the plastic in there is super thin, like wafer thin, which is probably why it cracked in the first place. So obviously it's a bit of a manufacturing flaw on the Tandem Island. When they roto-mold it, just not enough plastic got into the actual holes, and has left it with a very weak wool, which is why I couldn't repair it. And that's what I found when I was trying to get my plastic in. I had a fairly thick piece of plastic I was trying to repair it with, and I was just melting the walls of the well, so it wasn't sticking properly. I just couldn't get it to adhere. So Kev, with it out, he attempted a repair on it to patch it back up, and then he welded it back into the boat. I then took it out to sea with Will to test it out, and it held for a little bit, but the actual well wasn't leaking. But where the well was welded back into the hammer, it actually broke there under stress. So obviously the weld where it went in wasn't strong enough. So I took it back to Kev, and he triple welded it. I haven't tested the boat since then because winter set in. It was too cold to take it out in any kind of serious weather. I've taken it out in light conditions and held up fine. I'm going to take it out again and see how well it holds. I'll post another video on this at some point. Keep you updated as to what the outcome is. Hopefully it works really well. Otherwise it'll be more repairs.